Hello! Excuse me while I be just a tiny bit excited about the fact that I'm almost out of my backlog of like visual novel-esque games. There are probably more that I've downloaded since, because I'm an idiot who does that, who just constantly just gets new games, because I can never go without seeing a good one for very long, but we're whittling them down, which is good. I'm pushing myself to play more games, and recording helps that. And it also helps with other things. Anyway, this is another itch.io game. Let me grab the page. So it's called The Shadows That Run Alongside Our Car. The synopsis, I guess, is the road is long. Two strangers sit side by side as night falls over. The car speeds down the open highway. Without a soul around them, everything seems to slip away. On a journey to no one knows where, all they have is words and time. And that time is dwindling fast. The shadows are chasing. Wow. So, content warnings. Mentions of suicide, killing, and violence, explicit language. So, recommended for ages 15 and up, so if you're under the age, go away. Let's start. I already like the art. The art's very nice already. Alright, well obviously I'm gonna be the girl. Gun it. I lay back against the passenger seat. It's weird sitting on this side of the car. But my stomach's been feeling off for a while and I just can't drive. And so I've handed my keys over to this stranger. What's the worst that could happen, right? Why are there like cobwebs in your car? I stare out the window, watching the unchanging scenery whiz by. There's an awkward silence, but I don't feel like filling it. It's so stuffy in the car. I reach for the window control button and let the window roll open. You sure that's a good idea? It's not like zombies are just gonna hurl themselves at a moving car. Well, who knows? Maybe they would. Fair enough. Oh, is this in like a zombie apocalypse? It actually doesn't like explain what's going on. It just says the shadows are chasing, so doesn't mention anything else. The slight breeze feels good against my neck, but this guy looks like he wants to say something. So, guess this is kind of strange to be asking after 3 whole days, but what's your name anyway? Right, we never did introduce ourselves. It's... My name is Valkii. Valkii. Well, nice to officially meet you then, Valkii. Name's... Oh, I don't freaking know. I'm just gonna name him after my best mate, Jamie. Jamie. Okay. He looks dissatisfied. How is he expecting me to react? It's not like I really care, but somehow he doesn't look very much like a Jamie. He doesn't, to be fair. I continue staring out the window. The sky is so red. Normally I'd think it was pretty, but now it's just depressing me. Bad things come out after dark. I remember that all too well. I'd rather not think about that, so I decide to break the silence after all. So, what were you doing before everything happened? Oh. He looks surprised. I guess I haven't been talking much since we met. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. You know, this and that. I never really settled into one thing in particular. What does that mean? Whatever. It's not like not like I actually care, I just wanted to pass the time. What about you? This ride is yours, right? Yeah, well, it's really my dad's car. Or was. Even when he was alive, though, I was the only one who ever drove it. After Dad got that 3rd DUI, his license was revoked, and of course this bloody cat wants to come in already. He used that as an excuse to never leave the house. It was just as well anyway. Sometimes he'd leave the car somewhere and forget where. Ah, guess he didn't. Sorry, never mind. I'm feeling surprisingly calm about this. It's like I'm on the outside looking in. I wonder if I'm really that callous. Yeah, I need to let this cat in. Alright, this cat has decided to sit on me, but for how long I do not know. She's looking for a way out right now, maybe. But yeah, I will. Let's keep going. Oh, yeah, she's leaving. Alright. Maybe the apocalypse is just giving me more perspective. It's okay. The booze would have killed him eventually anyway. Well, that's sad. Pretty quiet in here, huh? Yeah, take a hint already. Surprisingly, not much noise at the end of the world. Still. Do you think there are any radio stations left? I'd be pretty shocked if so. Reckon it couldn't hurt to look, though. I reached towards the console and turned the radio dial in one direction. There's nothing but static. Sometimes metallic screeching. Great. Hang on a sec, go back down. What did he hear exactly? There couldn't really be something there, could there? I slowly rotate the knob back the other way. Wait. There it is, I think. Is that mariachi? Oh my god. Oh my god, I cannot believe. Out of all the music that could be playing, this is what we get? What am I thinking? Of course it is. Of course we're on a highway to hell in the dark and mariachi is the only music available to us. The combination of Spanish vocals and horns on the track are completely ridiculous right now. I'm actually dying. The dulcet tones of this fabulous man are actually killing me. That was not what I was expecting. Who the hell's out there running this? Of all the music that would be left, man. It takes me a minute to settle down, but then, wait, isn't this the same song again? Oh, it's probably on an endless loop, because why wouldn't it be? Typical. Sure seems that way. Guess it's just the ghosts on the waves after all. And the undead aren't exactly interested in DJing. What, you think a zombie'd even listen to? Is death metal too obvious of an answer? Rob Zombie? Or maybe they're all into baby metal these days. I don't know. I think the Grateful Dead seems more apt. You know, I've always wondered this, but what are they grateful for exactly? Maybe they finally found themselves some peace. Peace, huh? I wish they'd let the rest of us have some. Ain't so bad right now, anyway. Well, except for that. He gestures towards the console. 101.7 is now the infinite loop mariachi radio station. So, what are you into anyway? Music-wise, I really like Alanis Morissette, top 40 hits, that sort of thing. Not like I had a lot of free time to explore my musical tastes or anything. You? And don't tell me it's baby metal. Will you judge me if I actually say I haven't heard of them? No, that might be for the best. No, it's not. Come on, don't be that person who hates on baby metal for literally no good reason. Oh, okay, good. He doesn't have to know that I unironically like baby metal. What do you listen to then? Most people look at me and expect me to be into the Stones or Marley or something, but... well, you probably judge me more for this, haha. Try me. ABBA. Oh my god, I can't keep a straight face. I lose it. Everything is just too much. He looks kind of sullen. I'm sorry, Jamie, but not that sorry. Told you. No, it's fine. Their music's catchy. I managed to get these words out. All this laughing's making my stomach hurt more, damn it. I mean, my parents listen to ABBA, but it's fine. Your parents? Eesh. How old are you anyway? You seem a bit young for Alanis. How old do you think I am? I'm pretty sure there is no right answer to that question. Except for that one. I'm 22. What kind of reaction is that? No, whoa, you look so young or anything like that. I wonder how old Jamie is anyway. This music's kind of similar to ABBA, isn't it? All peppy and stuff. You should be happy to have it. That's sure an optimistic take on it. Alright, enough of you. He purposefully reaches over and shuts off the radio. He's got a surprisingly immature side to him too. Do you ever expect things to end up this way? What? Where did that come from all of a sudden? Why do you have to ruin the mood like that? It's getting dark, huh? The sun sets so late in the summer. I'm a bit surprised we have any light at all this hour. Especially without the street lights and all. It's like the sky has just been saving it up. Looks a bit like a dying fire. Frick. I fussed over the cat again and I may sneeze. That sounds kind of morbid, but kind of fitting for the end of the world. Oh, it's nighttime. It's silent again for a little while, but it doesn't last. So, you never really told me what it is that you do. I mean, it doesn't have to be a job or anything, but well, What do you like to do? Or what did you do before everything? like to do, huh? I turn my eyes to the window as I think on my life. Actually, I worked a lot. I didn't really have that much time for anything other than that. I would wake up, shower, go to work, have a lunch break, back to work, get off work, eat dinner, and watch TV for a few minutes before passing out. And then the whole thing would start over again the next morning. That was about it. And after leading such a boring life, I ended up here. I'm probably not even gonna go out with a bang. My death's gonna be just as dull as my life. I guess that'd be most people's story. It's tough out there. Was tough. Probably tougher now. Huh, all kind of pointless in the end, isn't it? You work your damn tail off and everything goes to pot anyway. And you just wonder why you didn't spend your time better, you know? It's actually exactly how I feel about it too. I'm surprised that I'm actually able to relate to him. Yeah, but I guess that doesn't matter either way. Zombies don't care whether you're a good or bad person. We're all going to die anyway. So what about you? I'm sure you didn't spend all your time listening to ABBA. I used to travel a lot, looking for work and stuff. Suppose you could call me a bit of a nomad. Did you backpack across Europe or something? What does nomad mean in this context? Well, whatever. That sounds really cliche. Not really, it sort of suits you. To tell the truth, I haven't really had much purpose in a while. I've just been getting by. When you can't find something to do, you sort of lose yourself. It gets to a pretty dark place. Got to the point I used to wish I could just take a vacation from life. Guess I got my wish, didn't I? I used my wish for that too. I wanted to be free. I didn't want to be responsible for Dad anymore. And now I'm not, but I can't say whether that's really a good thing or not. Wishes never do come true the way you expect them to, huh? Yeah, monkey's paw. My stomach starts to throb painfully. I look down and press my hand against it. It felt okay for a while there, but it's acting up again. God, why did all this have to happen? Still feeling nauseous? Damn, I shouldn't be so obvious about it. I don't want to cause any trouble. This might be causing even more trouble, though. Oh, yeah, it's gotten a little better, but... Anyway, I move my hand away from my stomach. It's not like resting my hand there will make the pain go away. In a way, as long as I feel that pain, I know I'm still alive. That was morbid as hell. What's wrong with me? I'm just exhausted, which doesn't help things. You know how it is. You think we should stop and rest? I glance at the fuel gauge on the dashboard, nervous. We barely have 1/4 of a tank left, as it is. Nah, like it or not, we'll be stopping soon anyway. Braking would just waste gas. On what it is then. Trying to ignore my pain, I keep my eyes on the endless road stretched out ahead of us. Oh damn, it's super dark. It really hurts now. I don't think I've ever been in this much pain in my life. And that's saying a lot, considering of what I've had to go through every month. Oh, yeah, period pains. I deserve this, don't I? I shouldn't feel bad about it. I brought it on myself. Do you ever wonder, like, why us? How did we make it this far? And is this really such a good thing that we're still alive? From the moment I swung that baseball bat, I sealed my own fate. Just as I started to sink into really dark thoughts, I hear Jamie's voice. Honestly, I try not to think so hard about stuff like that. If I stop to wonder what my own life was worth, It's a dangerous train of thought, I'll tell you that. We're here, that's what matters. Despite it all, we're here, and we're safe. The how and why of it is just garnish on the salad. You know, I didn't believe it at first. I mean, that we were really facing the apocalypse or whatever. So the first couple of months I just kept working, kept on like everything was fine, and then I couldn't ignore it anymore. And then Dad, how do I even begin to explain? Listen, you don't gotta answer me if you don't want, but you're old man. What happened? My dad. I killed him. I smacked him in the head with a baseball bat and then ran like hell. So he needed more beer, right? Of course he did. He was a deadbeat alcoholic. But they wouldn't even let him in our nearby liquor store anymore, so he wandered off to another one. Just so happened that part of town was infested. It took a while before I even noticed, since he wasn't really any different from usual. Does it count as murder if you kill a zombie? Does it count as murder if you never get arrested because your town's entire police force is now undead? That's pretty pathetic, huh? But so was my dad, and so am I. And in the end, I won't be doing much better. My stomach is burning with pain now, and guilt. I stare out the window, seeing nothing but darkness. Who knows what could be lurking out there? Though that hasn't changed since way before, I guess. Oop. Hey. Don't fucking touch me! Just kidding, dude. I feel a sudden warmth on top of my hand, hesitant at first, but then steady. Jamie's hand rests upon mine. It feels alien somehow. I flinch. I don't think I'm used to comfort, but I know he means well. Probably. We're still here, just remember that. Until that changes, there's still time. Things might never get better. It would be stupid to assume that they would. But while we're still breathing, there's hope. It's pretty cheesy, isn't it, huh? Anyway, I'm sorry about that. About your dad, I mean. Even if you didn't get on with him, I bet it must be hard losing someone that close to you. Wow, where do I even start? Be honest. For some reason, I feel like I can be honest with Jamie. Even though I barely know him, I trust him. Somehow. My mouth opens all on its own and words spill out. Honestly, I felt relieved when he died. And then I felt awful for feeling relieved. But I spent 7 years of my life taking care of him. And at the end of it all, I just felt free. Not that I got to enjoy that feeling of freedom for long. It makes me feel like a monster to admit all of this to someone else. It really does. But that's the truth. I wouldn't worry too much. There's no wrong way to feel. He's right. I know that I'm only human. I'm not a monster. Not yet, anyway. I guess I'm almost privileged. No one cares. No one I care about has been around in a long while. I wonder if there's anyone else still out there. I wonder if they're stuck out there like this. I wonder if we'll ever know. Jamie, Okay. The guilt is really getting to me now. I have to say something. I'm interrupted by the sound of the engine giving out. I've heard this sound before. We're out of gas. Damn, did the fuel gauge light even come on? I didn't notice it. The engine cuts out and the car just rolls along until it completely stops. Before, I would have pushed it to the nearest gas station, but now, well, it's the end of the line, isn't it? I really thought the gas would last a little longer than that. Bound to happen sooner or later, wasn't it? We bought this car used, after all. It's cost efficient, but not so much fuel efficient. Wonder how far the next gas station is. Too far. It'd be nice if there were some signs around here or something. Can't believe we've gone this long without seeing any. Even if there were, it's not like we could have seen them. It's gotten so dark and without the streetlights. My stomach feels like it's on fire. I don't think I have much time left. Hey, how fast do you think you can run? Oh, she bit? Oh, shit. About average, I guess. You reckon we should? I touched my stomach. That hole isn't ever going to heal over, is it? This really is it. I don't know. I don't know if there's a point. Even if Jamie was an Olympic sprinter, I don't think he'd be able to make it. Not forever. If not me, then someone else would just... maybe not. It's too damn dark anyhow. In all likelihood, one of us would probably trip and fall. It'd be pretty sad to make it this far just to die from a bust-up face. Haha. He can crack jokes because he has no idea. Knowing that just makes me feel like crap. Can't say anything now. Yeah, it would. Anyway, there's nothing we can do until the sun rises. Guess we're crashing here tonight then, huh? In more ways than one. Could be worse anyway. At least the air smells nice. Yeah. I closed in my eyes, feeling the throbbing of my wound. I don't know how long it'll take. How long will I be able to go on? I wish I'd done more than work. I wish I'd paid more attention to the news. For now, all I can do is rest. I've run far enough. Well, good night then. The sunlight is completely extinguished. There's nothing but darkness on the endless stretch of land ahead. Damn. Shit got me a bit teary. Okay, so it says there's... the game features 2 character routes and 6 endings, so each character has 3 endings. Let's find a guide, shall we? The shadows that run alongside our car. Walk through. Maybe this is it? Ending 1. I don't know what ending I got. I guess we'll find out. Alright, we'll go for ending 1. Alright, what's your name? Valkii. His name is Jamie. That was weird. He doesn't sound like he really wants to talk about it. I wonder what his job really was. Maybe he was a trash collector? He does look kind of dirty. So do you. Well, I shouldn't be rude. I'm not much of a catch myself. Pause. That's deep. Jamie's hand envelops mine and I feel comforted, safe. We're still here, just remember that. Until that changes, there's still time, blah blah blah. White lie. It's probably better not to. He doesn't need to know about all my baggage. Yeah, I guess. It all happened so fast. I'm still trying to come to terms with it. I wouldn't worry too much. Yeah. Meh? Right? That was nothing. I'm not gonna bother changing the names anymore. That was weird. It doesn't sound like he really wants to talk about it. Immediately changes a bit. It's getting dark, huh? The sun sets so late in the summer. Oh, wait. He's just trying to sound cool. Whatever. Yeah, but whatever. Be honest. Okay, I can't go on like this, just keeping it to myself. Okay, here we go. Hey, Dustin. There's something I need to tell you. I touched my stomach lightly with the palm of my hand. The searing pain reminds me that I'm no longer entirely human. I gave my humanity up when I killed my dad. I should have said something before. I wanted to, but I was scared. I'm still scared. I didn't even hesitate. I swung that baseball bat as hard as I could. And then he bit me in the stomach as a parting gift as he crumpled to the ground. Even in death, Dad still found some way to screw me over. Hey, stop. It's okay. I always blamed Dad for Mum leaving us. He was selfish, he was an asshole, he was this, he was that. But just look at me, I've put Dustin's life in danger. I've lied to him since the day we met. I'm my father's daughter, but just keep calm, alright? We don't even really know how this all works, so maybe there's a way. I'm so sorry. Does it hurt? Not as much as I expected it to. I mostly just feel cold and hungry. I'm not even sure if this has anything to do with being bitten. If it wasn't for this, I looked down at my stomach. I might think I just imagined it. I wish I was dreaming right now. I wish this wasn't reality. I wish I was dead. Careful there. Remember that thing about wishes. Monkey's paw, right? I guess sitting in a car beats having customers or my manager yell at me. Silver lining. Psh, retail. Almost as bad as zombies. Worse, probably. Anyway, you should sleep if you want to. We'll probably be on the road a while. A while, huh? Well, a rest does sound nice. I always had to get up so early for work. I'm not used to being up this late. I'm starting to feel really sleepy. Yeah, you're right. Will you wake me up if anything happens? My mind flashes to the baseball bat still in my trunk. No, I won't think about that right now. Of course. And hey, gotta be somewhere better down the road, right? Better than back there at any rate. Yeah, maybe there'll even be a station that plays both Alanis and Ava. Maybe I've been running ever since Mum left. I never looked back, just kept going. It was all I could do to keep from falling apart. Dustin and I, we've both done enough. We've both gotten farther than I ever thought possible. I notice that the fuel gauge light is on, but I feel strangely at peace. Close my eyes, smiling as my consciousness already starts to drift. Wherever this road goes, whatever lies at the end of it, we lived. The proof of that will remain no matter what. So for now, let's just keep going forward. Damn. Fucking deep. I'm gonna do this last one just to see if anything is different. Whatever. Pause. That's deep. White lie. It is different. So I just remembered something pretty funny. Oh. My stomach is burning, but I feel so cold. How can I be burning and freezing at the same time? My brain feels foggy. It's like I'm feverish. I dig my fingers into the wound, hoping the pain will keep me conscious. I feel nothing but hunger. I'm so hungry. A few weeks ago, I was running down this alley and I saw this old poster, right? Real beta weathered thing, but scribbled on the corner of it. Dustin's voice just makes me feel hungrier. Please stop talking. I'm feeling less and less like myself. Hey, are you sure you're really feeling alright? No, I'm not, but don't worry, it'll all be over soon. Shelby? Shelby. I slowly turn my head towards Dustin. Oh, and lick my lips in anticipation. Nom 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 nom. I eat you. Alright. We are going to play as Dustin now. I put the pedal to the floor. The wheels screech as we pull out into the lane. The car swerves, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna open all of these endings. There's no one else out here as far as the eye can see. Wait, let me check this. Alright, we're good still. This will probably just be one video maybe. There's no one else out here as far as the eye can see. The abandoned station shrinks behind us until it's gone. And then it's just us and the long road. The world outside the windows passes by us in abstract, like the whole world's given up on having any meaning. We drive in silence. After a while, I hear the faint buzzing of the power window being rolled down. You sure that's a good idea? It's not like zombies are just gonna hurl themselves. Well, we've already read this. Well, that was a thrilling conversation. Right, let's change it back to Valkii and Jamie. The car shudders briefly as we rumble over a series of potholes, but then the road smooths again. The humming of the engine reminds me of a storm brewing far off on the horizon. Beyond these occasional noises, we sit in silence. So, what were you doing before everything happened? Oh. Well, that's the first time she's actually started conversation. Guess I'm not so intimidating after all. What was I doing? God, what was I? A whole lot of nothing. I bet that sounds super impressive, huh? Just a scruffy drifter. Not so sure she wants to hear that. I dodged the question. You know, this and that. I've never really settled into one thing in particular. What about you? This ride is yours, right? Oh, blah 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 blah. She's fiddling with the dial. I'm pretty sure we're not going to find anything. Static comes in and out in waves. Every so often, the distortion gives the illusion of an actual sound, but then it goes right back to nothingness. Just then, though, I think I actually heard something. The noise phases in and out. Then, as something comes into auditory focus, I can't contain myself. The sound is unmistakable. Horns blare joyously over the static in a sick fanfare, while the man's voice wails soulfully over it. I'm laughing so hard I nearly pissed myself. Valky's nearly there too. That was not what I was expecting. Blah blah blah. I sink back into the driver's seat, letting my mind drift to the music. The dissonance is almost comforting. As the fractured chords wash over me, I try to pretend that I'm lounging in a truck bed somewhere. Out in the sun, mid-afternoon, shirt damp and dirty from a hard day's work. For a moment, I almost believe it. The music falls short for a few seconds before starting up again. I shake my hand at the radio controls. So, what are you into anyway? Music-wise, blah blah blah. I've already read all this. Just as I thought, she starts laughing at my expense. It's a nice sound though. I'm not gonna be poetic and say that it sounds like music or anything like that. Still, it's good to hear. Told you. Blah blah blah. Shit. God, that's so young. She's practically a kid. What was I doing when I was 22? Still wasting my life, I reckon. I wonder if she's ever even been to school. That young and the whole damn world's crashing down around her. I try not to make a face, but I can see my knuckles going white as my fingers grip harder into the wheel. This music's kind of similar to ABBA, isn't it? I reach down and turn the volume knob to a sharp left, and the radio blissfully goes silent. Farewell, wailing man. Now it's just us again. Skip, skip, skip. Ignoring me, huh? Dodging the question, are we? Wonder what she was into before this. Maybe she has always planned on the world drifting to hell in a handbasket. Smoked away her youth and whiled away her time. I know, that's me, ain't it? I'm a bit surprised we still have any light at all at this hour. Especially without the streetlights and all. I used to travel a lot, looking for work and stuff. Oh yeah, we've already read this. Oh, that sure is lofty. I don't think she knows I've noticed, but she's pressing at her gut a lot. Wonder if she's still alright. Since I first ran into her, she's been in a rough way, and I'm not sure it's gotten much better. We probably should have looked for some more bags of that ginger stuff. Ask if she's nauseous. Still feeling nauseous? Oh yeah. Blah blah. You know how it is. I do, but Christ, I'm not really equipped for this. I know first aid, I can stitch up a cut, but gastric distress is a bit beyond me. You think we should stop and rest? Right, skippy-dee-skip. Right, the fuel. If everything wasn't so weird these days, I'd call it suspicious that there was only a single tank's worth left. Not much we can do about that, though. Onward it is, then. Is it such a good thing we're still alive? Ha! Didn't I used to? Great, now I feel like I want to puke. Hey, please don't say things like that, Valkii. One of us has to keep this up. Let her be. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be a creep about it. She's already tense enough, but we're still here, just remember that. Oh. I didn't mean to do that. Skippity skip. Yeah, I guess. It all happened so fast, I'm still trying to come to terms with it. Just as she starts talking, the engine gives an unsettling sort of rumble and my heart jumps. It sputters a few times and the whole chassis lurches. With a pitiful clattering, the engine stalls out and the car can't do anything but coast. Crap. I noticed the fuel light click on some minutes ago, but I guess I still wanted to think we had more time. The car rolls down the pavement until it can't anymore, and we amble to a stop. I really thought the gas would last a little longer than that. Bound to happen sooner or later, wasn't it? God, if I wasn't hoping for later. We bought this car used at blah 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 blah. I haven't seen anything for miles, even without people, without lights. I can't see how this could be. Like civilization just packed up and left the moment everything started to crumble, leaving not a trace behind. Even if there were, it's not like we could have seen them. I don't want to run anymore. About average, I guess. Her hand touches down to her stomach again. I really don't think she's alright. I don't know. I don't know if there's a point. Not much point to anything, not anymore. Maybe not. It's too damn dark anyhow. Haha. Please just smile. Yeah, I would. Anyway, there's nothing we can do until the sun rises. I stare out the window, the sky's clouded, but if I squint, I can see faint lights in the velvet. The breeze through the open window is quiet and clean. Guess we're crashing here tonight then, huh? In more ways than one. Could be worse anyhow. At least the air smells nice. Yeah. I sink back into my seat. I search around for the lever on the side so I can adjust the angle. But even when I yank on it, the damn thing won't budge. Used car. Right. I try and get comfy the best I can. I only hope that she can too. It's gonna be a long night. Well, good night then. It's so dark now. It's not much different when I shut my eyes. I breathe in and out and wait for sleep. I hope we see the morning. Okay, so that was the first ending. Now we're gonna get the second ending. Just go Valkii and Jamie. It is dodge the question. Ignoring me, huh? Ask her if she's nauseous. Rest her hand. I slide my right hand off the wheel. Her hand is resting by her leg near the center console, so I reach over. I thought she might pull away, but she doesn't. Her shoulders fall, and I think I hear her sigh. Wow, her skin feels really cold. Is that normal? Maybe because the window's open? Maybe it's because she's sick. Really wish I knew more about medical shit right about now. Actually, if she had a fever, shouldn't she be hotter? A chill like that can't be normal. It's not even that cold in here. But if the car's clock is set right, it's nearing 1 in the morning now. The road is as dead as it ever was, but it somehow feels even emptier, more sinister. Like all the shadows behind us are teaming up into a hungering mass, just waiting to swallow us whole. My eyes are getting heavier. We can't stop now, though. We've still got so much farther to go. Even if we... Hey, Jamie? There's something I need to tell you. Puts her hand to her stomach again. Latent instinct tells me not to take my eyes off the road, but I do anyway to look at her. She looks real bad, worse than I've seen yet. A couple times she opens and shuts her mouth. Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? I should have said something before. I wanted to, but I was scared. I'm still scared. Damn it. God damn it, I should have known it. I've heard so much unreliable crap about the symptoms, but I guess they weren't so full of shit after all. Hey, stop. It's okay, but just keep calm, alright? You don't even know how this all works, so maybe there's a way. Does it hurt? Not as much as I expected it to. I mostly feel cold and hungry. I'm not even sure if that's anything to do with being bitten. Blah blah blah. Fuck it all. I thought I was keeping it together. Don't do this to me, kid. I swallow, but it doesn't make my throat any less dry. Corners of my eyes are burning. Careful there. Remember that thing about wishes? Monkey's paw, right? I guess sitting in a car beats having customers, blah blah blah. I try, but I can't muster up the will to laugh. Anyway, you should sleep if you want to. If there is or ever was a station like that out there, I'd love to hear it. Hell, I'd love to shake the hand of whoever was running it. This life's too short to not just do whatever the hell you want. But I guess it ain't the time to be waxing on that. I don't know how much longer this tank's gonna get us. Well, ain't much else to do now but go until we can't anymore. The road is long and our course is true. Nowhere to run but forward. Really? I thought that would go into a bit more about when, like, she fell asleep. I don't know. Okay. This is the last one. Bend the truth. I was moving cross country, then everything went south. What about you? This ride is yours, right? Blah, blah, blah. Sore topic, huh? I guess she doesn't want to think about it. Can't say I blame her. Comment on her hand. You okay there? I point towards his stomach. Oh yeah, it's got a little bit better, but I'm just exhausted, which doesn't help things, blah, blah, blah. Let her be. I don't know why, but the air feels colder. Maybe it's time to roll up the window. Hey. She doesn't look so good. So I just remembered something pretty funny. Nothing? She's bored of me already. What is she looking at? Is she even listening? Hey, you sure you're really feeling alright? God, please say something. Valkii? She keeps staring forward at something and nothing. Besides the glow of the headlights on the empty road, it's pitch black outside. There isn't anything to see. Sorry, there's a big truck or something going past. But she hasn't fallen asleep. Her eyes are still open. The car gives a bit of a sputter. The gauge is on empty. Actually, the warning light's been on for a while. Valkii, shit, come on now. I pulled to the side of the road. This rust bucket's on its last legs anyway. The engine cuts off with an appreciative sigh. Hey, talk to me. Do you need to puke or something? Valkii. She says nothing and sits still as a statue. I'm not even sure she's breathing. Do I touch her? I start to reach out my hand. Just then, she turns slowly to look at me. Her mouth hangs. Her eyes are completely empty. She stares at me, lifeless, and leans in closer. I should have seen this coming. Well, that was The Shadows That Run Alongside Our Car. Doesn't have any CG options or anything. But yeah, that was unexpectedly a lot better than I thought it would be for such like a short game. So that was really pretty good. I didn't expect her to be bitten. I just genuinely thought she had like gastrointestinal distress. I really did. Which I guess would be normal in this instance. But yeah, that was, I want to say that was pretty good. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna leave it with. There's not much else for anybody else to get out of this. I guess I did everything, I think, in this video, but you know, if you want to experience it actually for yourself, where you're putting your, you know, you're putting the other, or you just want to play for yourself. I'm tired, okay? Yeah, so if you want to experience it for yourself by playing it yourself, go ahead. But yeah, it's on, again, we'll link it down below, but it's on itch.io and it's free. A lot of things on itch.io are free. More than you'd think, actually, so, which is really cool. So yeah, I will see you in the next thing. Bye.